Hello, folks. This is Randy with Frontline Games. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. It's Monday Night Modern, and this time in the feature match we have Dalwin. He's playing four-color control against Chris Bracken. Now, Chris has been known to be playing Escape Shift and other things, but tonight he is playing HOGAAK, the Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. So let's knock on the wall, see who's going first, and let them know to start their clock. I forgot to tell Dalwin that. It's his first time in the booth. But we're going to get started on this wonderful Monday night evening. So first off, it looks like Chris is going first. Blackleaf Cliffs into a Faithless Looting. And it looks like he discards a Bloodghast and a HOGAAK.
Okay. He's like, no, if you're playing HOGAAK, I literally have like, I already tuned my deck to not have to play against it. I'm already prepared for after the ban here. Alright, I'll go to 19. Oh, it's okay.
I'm gonna switch to HOGAAK Dredge. This is just HOGAAK, so.
I might as well just concede on the spot.
Oh,
Dude,
Dalwin already contacting
Alright.
concede.
One, I'm not a good pilot, and two,
Asteroid?
Yep.
So Astral Blade coming down for Dalwin. And he's like talking about HOGAAK here.
Let's do.
You know, from Chris.
Peatland. Trigger Bloodghast.
It's kind of unique.
Let's do. Volley Troll.
Loftless Troll.
For green black, that'd be your go.
That allows him to discard cards to make it bigger and put +1/+1 counters on it.
Yes.
I'm gonna go to 19 because I have Peat.
Okay, Steam Vents.
Dalwin going down to 16 as he fetches for a Steam Vents.
I just can't wait to start playing Dredge. I'm like, it's just like Phoenix and Dredge are like the graveyard decks, you know? And that's the whole thing.
I'm going to
Real
see
good.
red and 6.
Real good.
Squeeze this dice.
Yeah.
Let's see this real quick.
This one
We
we want.
want. Oh, okay. Yes, this one's. Oh, okay. Interesting. That's pretty good.
Spice.
Alright, I'm just gonna have to -1 target Bloodghast.
So he's going to kill the Bloodghast with red and 6. He's probably going to lose it to
Draw.
the Loftless Troll as it attacks in.
Polluted Delta. Trigger. Gas board. Comes in. Let's do. Bracken Polluted.
Chris going down to 18. He might go down to 16.
It is. Where art thou? Ooh, blood crit. Go to
He
16.
does get a Blood Crypt. Goes to 16. And with Chris being on the play, he's not quite close to casting HOGAAK yet.
Flashback looting.
Yep.
As he only has 2 cards in the graveyard.
Let's draw.
He doesn't have a zombie on play, so
Go to combat.
Gravecrawler can't do things.
It says 6 damage?
No.
Chalice?
Sorry, Ren and 6.
Oh, Ren and
2
6.
damage
I was
to
like,
Ren
what? Alright,
Yeah, go.
yeah, this is pretty difficult here.
He's still at a comfortable life total, so he might be able to make a comeback. Especially where he's holding Cryptic Commands and Chris not finding the fuel he needs to put in.
I gotta take a damage from the tricky that last turn.
Oh, yep, he's at 15. Good catch.
Oh, cast Bracken. It's obvious over here.
Oh, there is a zombie. Loftless Troll is a zombie.
It's good.
Let's do. Neonate. Feeder.
So Carrion Feeder, Neonate.
The board. Cast HOGAAK for 7.
Let me try to cast off.
Yeah, get to cast off. I still have to convoke it.
So HOGAAK coming into play.
I'll put on bottom. Yeah, it's still good.
What's funny though is that Chris has now given Dalwin an opportunity here to start using those cryptic commands to gain way on the board.
Just spread everything out. You can
Ooh,
hang out.
now unfortunately Dalwin just made a mistake. He played that swamp when he should have played a third blue source for the. Oh wait a minute, he can still tap it because of the Astral Blade. So he does have access to 3 blue
Upkeep. Draw.
for cryptic command.
Let's attempt to move to combat.
Okay, before combat, I'm just gonna click the command, tap down for creatures.
And
Blue here. And then I'll also
now where he's got another cryptic command, I think bouncing HOGAAK would be really good here.
probably bounce him here. Well, actually, no. I just draw a card.
I was gonna say if you bounce him,
Yeah, I'm just gonna convoke and I'll do it again. Yeah.
No, I'm gonna stop you from. It doesn't. So if you target him, I just sack him that carrying feeder.
Yeah, true. Yeah, so I just draw a card.
Yep.
But second carrying feeder's fine too.
It
It does what he wants because he doesn't have a graveyard filled enough.
Actually, you know what? Let's.
So this is second main.
Let's discard a card. I'm gonna sack the other. Draw.
Ooh, a Faithless Looting's pretty good here.
Move.
Chris hasn't hit any Vegevines.
Force negation. You can force my loot.
That's good.
Okay. I was like, I don't really know what I'm gonna. I don't know what I'm going for. Like 100% really. Let's drop land for 10.
Now the good thing about HOGAAK is it's legendary. Hey Colin, well that's good to hear. You got a week off from school already. Probably as we get ready for Labor Day weekend.
Fun time. Second. 15.
So it's 15, 14.
Some interesting predicament here.
I think you should name Zombie. Oh no.
Even though blue's technically
Dead of
not
Winter.
tapped out.
I'm gonna cast Astrolabe.
Yep, draw a card.
I will pass the turn.
Attack.
Is in his hand.
Key. Draw.
Oops. So all non-snow creatures get equal to the number of snow permanents. So this is the time
Supplier.
where you could think about, oh, Stitcher Supplier is a lot different.
Right, yeah.
I don't know. Dalwin might be facing an uphill battle, and he's got to use those cryptic commands wisely.
I'm not even think I need to hit him. Good combat.
Cryptic. Yeah, okay. Tap down and
Draw.
yeah, I guess I'll draw.
So that's a good part where he draws a land, so now he'll be able to put Snapcaster Mage on the field.
Just delaying the inevitable.
You're bro. I know. I'm just hard thinking, man. You're doing good. I mean,
Draw.
Yo, I'm gonna put my exile over here. If you don't care.
So Ren and 6 still doesn't handle the board.
Unfortunately. Swing the
Pass turn.
Now, if he had one more land, he could play the Dead of Winter.
Um,
Unfortunately, he's going to be forced to Snapcaster and Cryptic Command.
I think at your end step. I'm gonna. Oh, I need the green. I think I need the green source. I don't think I should draw that. We'll just untap.
Yo, ban HOGAAK. Yo, cameras.
Why?
Ban HOGAAK.
He hasn't done anything.
Emergency right now.
I'm gonna go to the
Mid-game ban.
Dalwin asking for
mid-game ban. I'm dead. I'm dead. Ban the cameras.
HOGAAK to be banned.
You took 2.
I took 3.
Oh, okay.
Went from 14 to cut if you like. My thin deck.
15 to 11, favor of Dalwin right now.
To flashback Faithless. Would you like to?
I'll snap. Wait, let me hold on. Let me.
Yep, crack first.
Yeah.
Go for
Actually, I can just do this right here like this.
Yes.
And then with Snapcaster on the stack, then I'll go ahead and set this.
Mm-hmm.
So because of the lands that he's fetching for in his mana base.
I'm gonna have to filter blue through Arkham's Astrolabe. Cast Cryptic.
Yep.
And tap down, counter tap.
Sounds like a plan, Stan.
So he's gonna counter.
Sure go.
So Cryptic Command needs to be exiled.
Draw.
I'm just gonna remind him real quick to put the Cryptic Command in the exile zone.
What's up?
We need to exile one.
Oh, yes, correct. Thank you. That's awkward.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, we are paying attention. It is 3 blue, but Astral Blade can turn that forest into a blue source, Colin. That's why you run Astral Blade, is to filter your snow lands.
To Carrion Feeder. So he'll get +1 and then trigger mill 3.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna sack. So he's at 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah man, I was just barely in range. Yes, he'll be at +5. Yeah, we'll just fill it.
Actually, it would be a minus
Actually,
7.
Honestly, I'm gonna set it up this way. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, you're good.
So I've still got. So he's got 1 counter on that. We'll do. So he's a 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna sack all to make him a 6/6.
Okay, but he still dies because there's 7 snow permanents.
So he's a 1 right now.
No, I'm gonna let him know he's a dead creature. He's dead, Chris. There's 7 snow permanents on the field.
Wait. Oh, yeah, that's true.
I tried.
We're noobs. Or I'm a noob.
Yeah, I can't
count.
I can't tell your snow lands on the video.
Oh, they're all snow basics.
You're good. Life happens, man.
Alright. Then I will.
Which is funny because he could have fetched for a snowland and killed HOGAAK as well.
I have a super full graveyard. I'll tell you that. Yes, you will. Would you like to ping me for 1?
No, plus 1.
Okay. Grab a land.
Yep. It's gone. Turn. I'll go.
Man.
So now,
Draw.
get him, Randy. Well, I shouldn't have to. Dalwin should be able to point that out. Now, I can't, that is free information or derived information, how many snow permanents there are on the field. Chris never once asked.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did not land for turn. How do I get around this? Mom, Dad, help me out.
I like Chris how he's sitting there saying, "Mom, Dad, help me out."
Hopefully you didn't draw a Snapcaster page.
He drew an Assassin's Trophy. That's pretty good here.
1, 1, 2, 2. Or 2, 1, 2.
Cast trophy here.
To kill it. Gets me a land too.
Now, if Chris has a basic still in his deck, he'll be able to bring back the Bloodcast. But if Chris sacks to the carrying feeder.
So he does. I'm gonna get a land on top, he says. It's a basic.
Yeah.
I feel like game, how many basics do I actually have? Mom, Dad, get the camera. I have one more.
Plus. -1.
So trigger on Bloodghast?
Yep, so Chris remembering his
Oh,
triggers.
okay.
So Bloodghast
Let's resolve that trigger first.
trigger that comes in.
So,
Ah, how do you feel?
So there's an interesting predicament Dalwin's got himself in.
2 for 6.
You're not dead.
1, 3 here. Or -1, I mean. Because you're going to sack this anyway. I'm going to hit this -1.
What do you want to hit?
No. This one.
Okay, one sec.
Jeez. Go.
I think at your end step, I'm actually going to sack T land. Or draw a card.
I didn't see what he drew there.
Draw.
So we see. Does Chris have 2 green sources, or did he pop his green source because he just drew a Vegevine?
Stitcher Supply.
He's gonna be able to cast HOGAAK again.
I get Fatal Push my man.
Hmm. What he should do here is,
Sack Stitcher
oh,
Supply.
no, he should cast the Lightning Axe so he can. Oh no, he'll still be able to cast HOGAAK. He'll get. It is a good match,
This game hates me, man.
but he's sitting with a Vegevine. Had he hit,
I'm gonna pay a red. I'm gonna Lightning Axe my Brave opponent, target Vegevine.
That's an additional cost you have to discard, right?
Yes.
Discard card. Okay. Yeah.
Happens.
yep.
Cast Gravecrawler. Cast Gravecrawler.
Uh-oh. Well, it triggered when he cast it.
I see what you did there.
Swing face. So swing him here.
Okay.
Face.
So he says swing. Okay, so
So
this
4.
dies.
You take 4. We're gonna do. I have another one coming this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So HOGAAK's cast for the 3rd time this match. Dalwin getting a Cryptic Command is very good here.
Critics get in half.
Go.
It buys him another turn.
What's that?
Because now he has. He's going to get to the point where he needs to get another Dead of Winter or a Snapcaster Mage.
Play up the guest. Go to combat.
Ooh.
Cryptic. What's the other move? What is your other move for it?
He should just draw.
Tap and draw, or what would you like to do?
He should just draw.
Uh,
Because he needs Dead of Winter.
There's no way you could have the 4th Cryptic Command.
Now,
target attacked.
Vraska's interesting here.
Yep. You may -3 destroy target non-land permanent with CMC 3 of those. Or sacrifice something, gain a life draw.
There's not much I can do here.
Golgari Queen Vraska.
I think you guys got this.
If you have a Cryptic.
No, I don't.
Okay, that's what I say. You have a Snap or Cryptic.
I mean, even if I, yeah. It's,
Yep, so that is game 1 as Dalwin
Boy, oh boy,
realizing
oh,
that he
let's
can't
chill.
pick it up.
I'm gonna be real.
And he scoops it up.
I'm shooting in the dark. this point.
That was game one. That was a good game one.
Ban HOGAAK. If y'all can hear me, ban HOGAAK.
I think you needed a better Dead of Winter or Damnation, something to get rid of all those creatures.
I wouldn't even fret.
I didn't prep my deck to face HOGAAK because that's you know what?
Nobody
I
in the
don't even
store
care
owns
anymore.
it.
No, I don't even care anymore. I'm just gonna. I'll take that L.
It looks like Dalwin's gonna take the L.
In 2 weeks, it'll be gone.
It's at round 1. What a spit, man. What a spit in the face. I'm not gonna see it. Round 1. The HOGAAK. And it was just like, boy, he about to do it.
So those of you that are watching the stream, how many of you think that HOGAAK should be banned? You saw round 1 there, game 1. I think a couple decisions from Dalwin could have helped him out. He could have cast Dead of Winter and then cast Cryptic Command in one of the turns to bounce HOGAAK to his hand, and he had no creatures on the field.
I'm not gonna play Planescape.
Tron needs a ban? I don't know if Tron needs a ban. They keep printing hate for Tron, so that'll be interesting to see.
You gonna play?
But this is interesting.
Or not moving.
So Dalwin's going to sideboard.
I just assume you would like to be all.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because I'm like, there's no way you're gonna give me turn 1.
Definitely.
Not sure if Tron needs to be banned or not.
They run like 2 copies, where there's like HOGAAK, where there's like 4 copies of HOGAAK. It just topped a.
But the power of
MCQs.
HOGAAK is really good.
5 HOGAAKs in the top 8.
Yeah, so
There was HOGAAK one, there was 2 Crabgak and 2 regular HOGAAK, and I was like, boy, why is this like, who would have guessed an 8/8 with Trample on turn 2 is lethal? Weird. And a meta that doesn't have Path to Exile in it anymore. Cause
But see, Chris just laid the point that we need some way of killing HOGAAK. You know, whether it be Path to Exile, kind of rotate it out. But I think we'll see decks that will kind of combat it, come back. A timely Damnation there from Dalwin would have been great too. But Chris was able to rebuild the board thanks to Gravecrawler being able to be cast from the graveyard.
You can play them anyway because you run black.
So Dalwin's almost ready to present. Chris is ready. He's already presented. As we get ready for game number 2.
You cryptic me for 23 minutes. 23 minutes. If it works, man.
Right.
Yeah.
I love Snap, man. Snap cryptic. I mean, it's a 6-mana cryptic, but like, you get a body on board and you draw. Like, what do you have?
All right. So Chris up a game. Looks like Dalwin's getting ready to present.
It's hot in here. It's so hot in here. You're good, man. I'm end up cutting it anyway. I don't think you're cheating me. I really don't.
What's Dalwin's win condition? Well, Ren and 6 pretty good. It has a win condition. Lightning Bolt, cast it over and over and over by pitching lands.
Oh, I drew next one. What happens?
Thought C. Well.
No, it's not Thought
Did you
Seize.
see it?
Yeah,
Just put it back.
Hold on.
Just
randomly,
It's-
what do we do?
randomly shuffle your hand.
Just randomly one?
He drew an 8
one
card.
Yeah, just shuffle it up and draw 7 again.
Yeah.
It's a mistake.
That's fine.
You're good. That's why I like that.
Yeah. It's weird. We're not going to have to force a mulligan because you caught yourself to do it too. So.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it, man. Team random ball. Let's go. That's right.
There we go.
Trips him up again.
Surgical seems good.
I'm not keeping it. If I told you my hand was 1 land and 3 grave crawlers and no way to get rid of them, would you believe that? Because that's what it was.
I didn't see your hand, Chris, so I can't verify that.
And I had green stuff in my hand I couldn't play. Gotta draw, man.
So,
Just run your blood moons, man. You'll blow me out. You do run Blood Moon in there. I watched you Blood Moon so much. He's like, dang.
I'm supposed to see that.
He's like, dang, he knows my secret. You know what, man? We'll roll with this one, and I don't think it's gonna be good, but we'll just do it anyway. And I think the way we, oh, you, my man.
Cool.
Ooh, man, that tar pit.
So Tar Pit turn 1. Here we should see Stitcher Supplier.
Stitchers. Oh, you. Mill 3. 2.
Wow, 3 lands off the top. That's not good for
Oh,
Chris.
we're gonna see land again.
A Gravecrawler would have been great for him, although he has a couple in hand.
Ask, and you shall receive. I'm gonna go crack. Go to 17. Crack. Do I have a? Does he run that? Sorry, man. I have to know if he runs the stomping ground. I don't think he does, and I think that's real dumb because a red green land right now would have been like the clutchest land known to mankind. Boy, oh boy, there's no stomping ground in here. Good thing I'm playing Dredge with 2 stomping grounds.
So Chris talking about not having a stomping ground, he wanted to get a red
I know.
source.
You're like, what could he do?
I'm trying to
right
figure
now,
out.
Possibly. It's Stay Here, Wayfinder. Nice. I'm gonna slam 4 into the graveyard and grab a land. 2, 3, 4.
Pretty good land. No, it has to be one of the lands that you got.
So that's PP. Go to combat.
Good.
1 U. It's your go, man.
It looked like he was gonna try to make it.
Oh.
Ice Fang Cold's pretty good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, use that.
No.
Yeah.
My turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's play this stuff. Pass turn. Draw.
It's amazing because Chris is still able to hit lands.
Peter. Sack Stitchers. Response.
Wait, so you're gonna do what?
Sack Stitchers.
Oh, yeah.
Token. 1, 2, 3. Wow, man, I'm hitting nothing. He's got Death Touch.
Not yet. I have to have 3 other snow permanents.
Oh, snap.
So he does not have Death Touch at the moment.
Let's do combat stuff.
Okay.
Okay, it's your go.
Then your turn.
Great.
17.
So Prismatic Vista being part of the modern format now, being able to get basics, it's gonna go get a snow basic. Oops, he's short on Unmoored Ego.
Sorry.
He gets an island.
There you go.
And then I'll also at the end of my turn, cast
Yeah, and my turn.
so
Yep, draw card.
Ice Fang Coldal getting cast, drawing a card.
my turn now.
Snow Control. What a deck that I didn't think was gonna be a thing.
Once HOGAAK's gone, it's gonna get a lot better.
We'll go.
This is our worst matchup. So.
As we can say, Ice Fang Coldal there.
Cast Astrally.
Astral Blade coming down, gonna draw a card. All these little cantrips are very good here.
They do. Also because these are other snow permanents as well.
Which Dead of Winter is the card that he really needs to get into his hand. Faithless Looting. There's HOGAAK. And he can cast the Gravecrawler.
Land for turn. Trigger blood.
On the trigger, blood gas trigger.
Give me that Unmoored Ego.
Cast Surgical. Targeting HOGAAK.
Okay.
So he's gonna target HOGAAK and
then also.
What's that?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you still got it.
Let's resolve this first real quick. I don't want to get too hasty. I don't play with like friends and stuff. You just want like go super fast. So.
You're good. That's it.
Okay.
That's all.
Yeah, of course.
I'll shuffle it and you cut it.
he's thinking about exiling the Bloodghast.
You're gonna stack my deck. Nice setup, man. Really good.
I'm not done yet. So the trigger's still on the stack. Okay. Let me cast Snapcaster.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. Let's do it like this. Targeting surgical, and I'll pay a black to hit the face.
Oh. Go on through.
Faithless Looting. So HOGAAK and Faithless Looting both going to be gone here, as
Should be 3 more in there. Well, yeah.
but it looks like Bloodghast is still going to come into play.
We either tie or we don't.
Yeah. You can go ahead.
That is everything I need to do. We'll go.
Okay.
Wow, this match has been pretty good.
Some stuff.
Yeah, that's all mine.
Yeah,
I don't know why Chris doesn't swing with the Satyr
I
now,
want to cast some visions.
because if
Drop.
Dalwin gets a dead for the
Oh,
winner,
this is scribe too.
it looks like he has an Ice Fang Codal.
Wow.
Okay,
Make sure that's top. Okay. I have not played a lane for turn, so.
Yeah, you go first.
so he's making it so he doesn't crack. Sometimes people will make that mistake. They'll forget what's up on top and they'll crack.
Let's go ahead and pass me.
I like that. I like hearing faster.
Really? Oh.
Go to combat.
Okay.
Swing out.
So
Let's say block here. And yeah, that's it.
Yep.
You'll take 4. Sounds good.
So Dalwin's going to go down to 11 after the attack.
Draw. Go.
Untap. Draw.
I think what he's talking about as far as messing up is
Toxies.
Oh.
Crap.
If I draw something instant speed, though, I can maybe be able to cast it.
yeah.
You might as well, or I take what I need. Yeah. Okay. I'll lose 2. Feels better than it did. I don't even care about my graveyard anymore. I'm not doing anything with it. Might as well. We'll go to the walls, you know?
If he casts a Gravecrawler, he can cast another Gravecrawler.
Crawlers. Combat.
He's got Gravecrawlers in his graveyard.
I should have casted it for an extra blocker. I'll animate the Cooling Tar Pit.
Yep.
And let's see what blocks are here. You have a 1/1, so 3/2. I'll block here.
Yep. These aren't swinging. It's just these.
Problem is that there's a lot of 2/1s on the field.
It's actually I'll just block one of these. So that's 3 damage.
Yeah. It's all you. Good thing.
Tap. Draw.
Opt, not very good here.
Let's go on.
Probably play it and see if he can get a creature on board. Get a Ren. He needs to look for Ren in 6 if he still has it in his deck.
You are A-okay, my man.
I think
Yes.
so. Now that Bloodghast has haste.
Comment.
Okay.
He should cast Opt.
That's fine, I'll draw that. And also
So I'm trying to figure out why he
all these
drew a land.
annoying guys. All right.
Super annoying.
There.
Mhm.
There.
Okay.
So all these die. This stays alive. 4. That was from. Oh yeah, that's right.
Land for turn. Trigger Bloodgast.
Yeah.
See, I think he should have blocked the grave crawlers,
This is tap though.
and I would have surgical the grave crawlers or even the blood gas.
Oh boy.
Assassin's Trophy doesn't have enough, not enough blockers.
All busted.
There's a lightning bolt and an Assassin's Trophy, and so he's gonna buy himself one more turn.
Up you. Go.
Or does Chris have 2 green sources? I think he does.
Combat.
Ooh. He could have.
Okay, I'm going to bolt. Cards. Assassin's Trophy. Let me think here. Wait, so I'm dead if I animate, right? Because I would go to 3. Oh no, I'll be up at 1.
What? Oh, if you.
Because I would animate and block,
You'll go to
and
2.
then I would be at
Because I'm gonna hit you for 2.
2. But if I sack this, I go down though.
But you can't animate without it, so.
Yeah.
Does he have a black source? He doesn't have a black source. He can't animate. No.
Oh, I can't even animate this.
Nope.
There you go.
He should have
How much
fetched.
is it?
And that's the game as we extend the hand. Dalwin made a mistake in how he tapped his mana and stuff. Just that's unfortunate there for Dalwin. You know, again, he doesn't play that much in paper, but he loves his deck. I think he's on the right path. I think there was a couple of decisions that really with the surgical extraction, you know, he chose Faithless Looting over either Gravecrawler or Bloodghast. Getting rid of those 2 recurring creatures would be more helpful. He got rid of HOGAAK. Absolutely correct. But getting rid of the recurring creatures where he could have used Ice Fangs to block Vegevines. So little decisions there. We'll be back for round 2. You're watching Monday Night Modern here at Frontline Games, so stay tuned.